friends, today I'm making another index card. I have this, I think it's just, cleaning off my stencils after printing, and then some yellow wiped off some yellow on there. So this is it. This is what I got. And I like the colors. It's pretty cool. So I was thinking of just adding some borders to it perhaps. And who knows? I also have, where do I have it? I also had a cutout from a magazine. Okay, so I grabbed just some random, I grabbed a handful really just like this, and I got this. I'm not sure what this is. It's part of paper. I got some cardstock. Don't need the cardstock. Coffee filter. Don't really need that. Here's book paper. This is a really thin, probably dollar store paper. Nails. I got this. We'll see what we can do with this. This is just a handful of stuff I grabbed. Out of my bin here, that I have a basket of things for collage. Don't know. Do I want to use her? Well, I grabbed her. I suppose we could just use it since I did grab it. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with it unless I could find someone smaller, which I did have a girl, and I don't know where I can place her. So if I can find someone that's just a smaller cut. See, I'm grabbing just piles of papers here. Okay. They're not too much smaller, is there? Here's one. Here's a girl. So there. So we're going to do a little teeny weeny collage, which is not really teeny weeny because these girls are pretty big. But I found one that I like. So, taking 2 minutes of your time. Sorry, guys. So what I'm going to do is I like to have my papers this way rather than this way, but I could do it something different one time. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to grab my Mod Podge. So I got my Mod Podge in this container this time instead of the little bottle that I usually put it back into, just because it's a little wider, easier, and it snaps shut really, seals shut really well, and it'll be easier to clean the little gunks out. When they happen, you guys know they happen. They end up on my art. So let's see what we can do with this girl. I got all these other index cards right here. So let's put, I'm going to add her here. Probably add some, probably going to add some of this gray on top here. Just like that. Trim my borders so it can look like a curtain top. I'm just going to kind of trim it up as best I can here. It's wet, really wet here. There we go. So, and I think I'm going to put a piece of this in here. Why not? Just because I have grabbed it. And what else did I grab? I grabbed, oh, I did grab this here. So let's put that in there. Obviously, I ripped it off of another collage piece. So I'm going to use this lamp in here because it was in my little hand. In my little hand when I grabbed everything. So just going to put it like so, somewhere in here. Just like that. Kind of collaging on this guy today. Do I want to put this here yet? Or do I want to add more trim? I think I want to add more trim just because it's fun and funky. And it's a good way to add color without throwing more paint on or whatever. I don't know. I kind of like it. And there we go. And I'm going to throw her on here. But I don't like her outfit. So I'm gonna have to stencil over that. That's just terrible. Too white. So that is that so far. I like all the color and I want to stencil over her outfit because that is just crazy boring. That's cute, hey? Do we want this necklace in here? I don't know. So I found this and I'm just might just put it on there just because this was then, this is now. Who knows what it means, but I found it and I like it. So we're gonna use it just for the fun of it today. And do we need anything else? I think that's it for her. I was going to put some pink behind her, but that's what I got for now. So now I'm going to dry her off, and then I'm going to do something about her shirt. Mask on her head. Just like that. Kind of. We will make it smaller. And then I can spray her shirt a bit. I think I want to spray her shirt. Throw that this way, maybe more. Ah, come on, lady. Don't be so difficult. So I'm going to throw that mask on. It's bending up, but that's because of my old things here. But I'm going to throw it on so it's not going to be too bad. And now I'm just going to spray. What color do I want to spray? I'm going to spray some orange on her shirt. And I'm going to use my misters here. I think the orange is going to be okay. Let's just dab it. If it doesn't turn out, it's okay. Because this is the way the misters are going for me. And I did get on her face. Oh no. It's okay. It's all good. These misters are they're not good for this kind of thing. They really aren't. So I got some Windex here. I'm going to spray it right there. Put my finger here and just go on her face because I did glue her down so she's got some kind of protection. You should be able to get most of that off. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Well, I got some color added up here. This is not the way I wanted her shirt. We will add it's okay, we will add some inking from my archival ink here. Put you guys so you can see me. I should have used my homemade Wilton's spray ink. It would have worked better. There we go. Now I'm going to put some more inking up here with my Punchinella. I love using my Punchinella. Just absolutely love it. I just love the spots everywhere. I don't know why. Circles are calming. Maybe that's why. Don't really want any on the lantern, so that's good. I'm going to trim that up. Flip. I'm going to outline it too, because I don't know if I like the her shirt just kind of like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my calligraphy pen. I've been doing a lot with the calligraphy pen. I could do watercolor crayons and that too, but I'm just going to do the darker, oops, make a crooked darker edges here with that. So kind of just redraw it out a bit and go in right in front of you guys so you guys can't see a thing there. That's my there. And this is her shirt. Anyways, that's about that. Don't know how I like it, but it's just playing with it really. So I could add white after to, I don't know, maybe her hands. I don't know what I'll do. I could outline some of the, that might be better, I don't know. Stenciling. So I just play with it. It's not, no wrong. You can't do wrong. You can't go wrong. Just playing with it and kind of get a feel of what you like. And then the next one will be different. Or anything you like that you've done in this, you know, you'll pass it on to the next one kind of thing. And that's how we learn. So this is just a really, you know, learning experience just to play with these index cards really. And gives you an idea of any kind of plans you want to do in bigger sense. It's just like a little mini practice run, really. So that is that. I like it better now, so there you go. I might outline her hair a bit. I'm just going to do that. And what I found with the ink is if you get it a little, you know, Q-tip or something like that, you can kind of play with. Let's see here, I'll get a brush. You can kind of play with the smearing of it a little bit. Girls, quiet. And a lot of times I'll just curl up the paper towel or whatever I'm using and kind of use the edges of that. So now I'm just kind of brushing the edges, kind of blend them in a bit, picking up some more of the wetter spots. And you just dedicate one brush to that. And if you're using inks, if that's your, you know, if you want to do that. Something small enough to kind of just do that with. So I'm just kind of getting the edges. Or like I said, you can use your watercolor crayon or whatever. So I'm picking up some ink from there. Did you see that? Just doing wherever it's a little bit on the wetter side. Flipping it over so you guys can see a bit better. And just doing that. Something different. So if, like I said, if you have a brush that's dedicated to inking, it'll be fine to use for kind of going on your edges. There we go. See, I got her sleeve pretty good there, so I got a little bit of a well there to pick up the ink from the brush, or with the brush. And there we go. Anyway, I think I'll just do the edges here too. And then it's a softer, as much ink as you want. You just go over and go over. It's a softer little look with the brush. Part of shading it. Okay. So I think this is it. I'm just going to put a little bit more edging doodles. I had some there with my border, but I'm just going to add a little bit more to this. And this is just a collage index card. Gotta be careful because your ink might not be dry. And there we go. Just having fun with it. There you go, guys. One of the things I love to do with these is add a little bit of makeup. So I'm going to put some blue. Oops. Oh, put some blue on the side here. I have some red. I'm grabbing my watercolor brush. You guys can use you guys can use just a regular paintbrush with water. I'm going to put some blue eyeshadow on her. And red for her cheeks. I'm really going to make her... I just love doing that to magazines, so... That's my thing. The really big red cheeks. And I'm going to put a little bit of red on her lips. And add a little blue, make it maybe a little purpley. Let's see how that works. And that is that. It's not bad. More blue. So I like that. Bringing her, you can't really see her nose. I'm just putting some shading in. It might be looking a little silly, but it's okay. I like the, grab a little piece of this, go over. I just like to have a little bit of a shading for her nose. There we go. So I always love to add a little bit of makeup. And if there's too much color, you can always just go over it. I made these cheeks really big this time. I really want them to stick out. I think they're cute. Let's see, what can we do with her hair? Should we do anything with her hair? I'm not sure if I want to do anything. Maybe I'll add a little tinge to her hair, put a little blue. Because it's dark, it's going to be hard to tint. But you can add a little blue highlight. So I'm going to do that. Add a little blue to her hair. You can just play with it and do whatever you want, really. I think for the fun of it, I might add a little piece. Let's see here. Gotta find something thin. I'm gonna add a little hat or something for the fun of it. Let's see if I can make a little hat. I'm gonna grab this little corner and just go like this. And then I'm going to make her a little hat. Oh, I don't think I do like it kind of, but I actually am thinking more along the lines as maybe a party hat, clown hat. That's cute. So I'm going to put that on there. Now what I want to do with that is I'm going to add some watercolor to it after, because I could use, I was going to ink it, but I'm like, nah, let's just make it easy and add a little black watercolor to the edges after. Make it easy on us. And there we go. Dry that up. I got kind of a mixtures of crayons here, water, so it's just going to be like kind of whatever dark. I don't know. There's a little bit of red, there's a little bit black, a little bit blue. So that is that. And I kind of just made it a little, you know, dingy and fun. And I think I'm going to use the red to kind of fill in some of her shirt here still. And pull in that pink a bit. Thank you, Cor.
Welcome.
And may as well fill in that color. And I'm going to splash some white on it. And that'll be my card. I'm going to add this blue here. A little bit of red. I'm just grabbing what I had left over on my craft mat. So it is good. Now I'm just going to do, like I said, guys, I'm going to splat some white. Let's see if we can find the white. There's a little bit of white on my table. And I'm going to grab water. I'm actually going to grab a different brush than I just grabbed. And it's a really wet brush. And I'm just going to flick it on some. Perfect. And I think that we'll use a couple of nice spritz on there. And I'm just going to go over her face. I did, there's a little Windex there. I did seal in her makeup already. Going over her face a bit because I don't want too much splatter on her face. There we go. Hope you guys like that little playing with index card, making a little mixed media collage. And yeah, hope you guys liked it. Talk to you later. Don't forget to craft like a duck, guys, and play with your index cards. Bye.